middle and ring fingers on your right hand. The pattern on the left hand is what we call group 1, and it's the first set of scales. You start in second position and you look at the position of your index finger. That tells you you are in the second fret, that means you're in second position. The other fingers follow suit, right? So the second finger would be on the third fret, fourth finger on the fourth fret, third finger on the fourth fret, and fifth pinky on the fifth fret. So the scale says 2-4. That means that you're red stroking, middle finger, 4. Now you're going to play on the next string 1 on the fourth string. That means that your thumb is going to lock onto the sixth string. Always alternating middle and ring, right? 2, 4. Now I'm going to go to the third string with my ring finger. My thumb goes to the fifth string. Always 2 strings above the one that I'm plucking. 3. Then I shift to fifth position. My index is on the fifth fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I move to the second string, my ring finger, and then my thumb goes to the fourth string. Now notice that I'm using what is called Bluff Endurance. I go with 1 to the first string, my thumb is on the third. I put 3 down, which means I really don't need 1 and 2, but I'm forcing them to stay down. What that does is it avoids having the spider finger effect that a lot of guitar players suffer from, right? It immediately just solves that technical problem. Coming back, then all 4 fingers on the second string, all 3 fingers on the third, shift back, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2. Right? The next scale is D major. You started on fourth position. It's the very same pattern. We call it group 1. And you do that with index and ring. This time your thumb, because this is free stroke, is going to be on the string directly above. You're not leaning against the string above, you're just plucking it. Then comes the next group of scales, which is what I call group 2, and it starts with G major. It's the third scale in a normal packet of scales. You're going to use index and middle on red stroke. Double shift because you're going 2 frets away from the last note that you played. Right? And then the next scale that you do within this group is A major, which you do with middle and ring on plant mute, which means that you are planting the next note you're going to be playing. As soon as I play this note, I prepare my next note, which is the ring finger. My next note is on the fifth string, so I go immediately to the fifth string. The issue here is that I'm not putting my thumb on the string above. If I were to actually lock my thumb on the string directly above the one I'm playing, as soon as I move to the fifth string, my thumb is muting the sixth string. But it is not the muting that is, the fingering preparation that is muting, it's just the thumb following. Always preparing the next note you're going to anticipate. And then the next skill was B major, right? I and A, and that's going to be repeated note drills. That means that you're going to do 5 notes for every note you have in your scale. The last note is almost an 8th note. The first one is a set of 30-second notes. The last note is always a plant mute. So you're preparing next set. And here's where you really want to push the alternation of your fingers. So you really want to push for speed. And that gets you through the first two groups of scales. We're going to make another video for the next few groups of scales.